everyone, it's Louisa, and in today's video I am going to give the September update for my decluttering 24 items a month in 2024 challenge. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. And if you're new around here, hi, my name is Louisa, and I'm just a gal that loves to incorporate her childhood loves and hobbies into her adult lifestyle. And one of those loves is cleaning, organizing, decluttering, finding what sparks joy. So hello everyone, this video is going up in November, and it's a video that definitely should have gone up in October. But you know what? Life happens. I've been a little bit busy this fall. I've been choreographing Shrek the Musical, which has just been a blast. And then I also have had 2 jobs. So I've just been super busy, but the good news is I recently made a change, so now I am down a job, and I think that I'm gonna have more time for YouTube and being able to resell, and I think that that's gonna make me a lot happier in the long run. And so I think we're starting to find more of a work-life balance. But yeah, I'm a little behind in my receipts, but it's okay. So if you're not sure what this is, I have a whole playlist, but basically it's pretty simple. It's a challenge I made up for myself this year where I try to declutter 24 items or more is great, during each month of 2024. And I also try to bring in 24 items, but preferably less, a month as well, in terms of physical items. So this is just a video that I do monthly, giving a recap of those items I took out and the items I brought in. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the items I decluttered for September. Now, full disclaimer, I did decide what items I was decluttering for September at the beginning of this month of November, so it's not necessarily the most accurate, but that's when I finished, you know, going back, doing my receipts, all my financial transactions, and doing the records and everything. So this is the first month where I did not declutter 24 items or more. We decluttered, let me check. So we ended up only decluttering 15 items. And in the video or the clip of the items I just showed you, that did not include 4 items because those are items that I sold on Mercari. Normally I have been putting items I sold on Mercari as bonus items and have not counted them towards the 24 per month I'm decluttering because I have shipped those items off. I can't show them in my physical, this is what I decluttered this month, but I was like, girl, you can count them, it's okay. So I'm counting them not as bonus items. So we only got rid of or decluttered 15 items this month, but because we've done bonus items in other months and whatnot, 24 items times 9 months for September is 216. And according to my records, my notebook over here, hello, we have decluttered 241 things. So we are still on track to keep up with our goal. So yeah, so that's good. Sometimes I show you guys some of the stuff I decluttered or decided to declutter. So I have a couple of these things. So first off, I have these issues of Mary Kate and Ashley magazine. I did a Thrifted Treasures episode talking about this premiere issue of Mary Kate and Ashley magazine. And in that issue, I explained that I found out that because this magazine is so rare, there were only ever 3 issues of it. They're rare. So these issues sell for, or at least they're listed at like $100 on eBay and Mercari per each issue. So I have decided that I don't want to keep them. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to keep them because I really, you know, I do like magazines, and more particularly like teenage girl magazines. That was something I was super into in the past, and I thought, okay, maybe like I could do some ephemera stuff, or like, you know, stuff for my junk journal and cut out things. But because of their resale value and just how rare they are, I just think it would be better if I resold them. And then something that I also decided to declutter was this book that I actually got on my first trip to Disneyland ever. This is one of the souvenirs I got, but it's this Women of Walt Disney Imagineering. 12 women reflect on their trailblazing theme park careers. I didn't quite finish this book. I made it a good chunk of the way through, which for me is impressive because I'm a really slow reader. It's really hard for me to actually finish a book. But the reason I decided to declutter this was just because I wasn't going to finish it. And also, I think it's amazing that these women came together and made this book, because they were, a lot of them, in very male-dominated fields, and their stories are talking about dealing with sexism and things like that in the workplace. And so I think that this is an amazing thing, and I'm very glad that they shared their experiences. But also, because of events in November, it's honestly just kind of hard for me to read about those things. I do think that this was a great book, and so I will probably resell it or donate it. So it's no hard feelings, just it's kind of a hard topic to read about right now. Those are just a few of the items that I gave away and explanations. So now we're gonna move on to the more interesting part, I think, of this video every month. And it's basically like a huge haul of all of the items I brought in. So for this section of the video, there are a few items that I don't include. So for example, any consumables like food, shampoo, things like that, things I can use, I do not count as an item I brought in. And then I also do not count items that I purchased on gift cards or items that were gifts. And then I also don't count stickers or things that I purchased specifically to use in my junk journaling, because those have a distinct place. They have space in my junk journal, but I'm not thinking of a more physical space to put them in. So I do not count those things. But I do count things like buying things for selling on Mercari or reselling, because I have a lot of items that I can put up. But sometimes you just find a gem and you can't help it. So yeah, I brought in, according to this, 17 items this month. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. First up in September, my dad and I went to the Irish Fest, or Irish Festival, in downtown Kansas City at the beginning of September. And so they had a bunch of art booths and small businesses there. So I ended up buying a few items there. So the first item I bought is this. It's called There's No Place Like Home, and it's a focus on Toto, but you got the sunflowers, you got Dorothy's shoes, and I am a Kansas girl. That's where I live, that's my home. I love Kansas. And I just kind of think of myself as a Dorothy girl. So I saw this and it kind of reminded me of good old Lily over here, even though she's not quite, she doesn't look like Toto. She is my Toto. Even though, wait, sorry, you can't see her. She was born in Indiana, but I think anyways, but yeah. And I just thought that this would be really cute to have up as decor. I have a lot of like Kansas stuff, so yeah. Also, I believe that the company that made this is called Artist KC. Here is the sticker that I got from them that says, "My Celtic heart belongs to my pet." And so I will have to put this into a junk journal. But got this. Then from another, wait, where did I put it? There it is. Then, also kind of in a similar vein, I got this Sunflower Splendor library card illustration, and this is by a woman named Heidi Petrie? Heidi Pitry art. Here is the business card, but she does a lot of these library cards. Super cool. I did pick up quite a few others as like Christmas gifts, and I also don't count things as items I brought in if I'm giving them to someone else as gifts. So, but I saw this one and I thought it would go along great with like this Toto and Dorothy painting, and I love supporting small businesses. So we also have this. Next up, I went to a new to me Goodwill, and at this particular Goodwill, I don't know what came over me, but like I just decided to not look where I normally look. I don't know. And I got items that I don't normally pick up for reselling. I got clothing items, and not necessarily Disney related clothing items. So I'll show you. But first off, we have this shirt that was $7.49, but it ended up being cheaper. I believe it was on sale, so I ended up getting it for like $3 or $4. But it is a Victoria's Secret pink KU shirt, red V-neck, and everyone loves Victoria's Secret pink. And so I thought that this was a great find, and especially for it being like $4 or less. But I did pick this up. Next, I was looking at the athletic wear, and so I ended up getting more athletic things. So we have this Nike Dry Fit. This is an extra small running jacket. I don't know what else you call it. But honestly, it says it's extra small, but I feel like it would fit me. And right now I'm kind of medium large in terms of sizing on the top. So, but this was $5.49, and I mean, I feel like everyone loves Nike. Just do it. So we got that. Then we have this. This is a short sleeve women's athletic top, and this is Puma, and this is a size small, and this was $5.49. But I thought this was really, I don't know, I just thought this was a good find. Like I would buy that for myself if I was looking for athletic clothing, so decided to pick that up as well. Next up, this is kind of a weird purchase, but this is from Five Below, and this is a foldable chair phone stand. It was on clearance for $1, so I just couldn't help myself. But why I bought it is because right now, how I have my filming set up, I'm actually using a VHS, or a reconstructed VHS of Chip 'n Dale from my Chip 'n Dale collection, to prop up my phone, which I use as my camera. And I was like, I need something, I don't know, I feel like I should leave that VHS in its case as decor, and I decided to get something distinctly to hold up my phone when I'm filming. And so I got this, and it was only $1, so we'll see how it goes, but I think it'll be very helpful. Next up, we have an earlier in the month savers run, because I also have items for a later in the month savers run that I'll show you after this. But what's fun is that I didn't just get one thing during that. All the other items are packed inside. So yeah, we'll start with this. So I found this. This is an Amazing Spider-Man backpack, and I actually have something similar, or a backpack just like this, that I got at Savers a couple of years ago, and I got it. This bag was $5.99, and it's the same price I got my bag. And I got so many compliments on it, and I love it. It's how I display my Marvel collection. And so I was like, I feel like someone would want this. It's in great quality. It's in great shape. And you know, if you're going to, like, I don't know, I just think it's perfect for any big Spider-Man fan or anything like that. But I will be reselling it, so. Next up, we have this Star Wars tank. This is super cute. I just thought it would be really cute, and I felt like someone else would want this. So it's just Han and Chewie and C-3PO and R2-D2 and Yoda and Luke. Did I say Leia? Leia, and the Pew Pew TIE Fighters. No, those are not TIE Fighters. Whatever. X-Wings. Thank you. They form an X. It makes sense. Anyways, I got this. It is a women's small, and it is $3.99. But I just thought that this design was really cute, so I decided to pick it up. And then we got two little tiny Disney books. So these are actually twin books from the 80s, from 1988. But I've never seen them this size, and they're so little and cute. And they were only $1.29 each. So we have Goofy on Vacation, and then we also have a Mickey on the Farm. And that's what I got at that particular Savers, or that particular Savers run. And then I think all that I have left is perhaps the most successful thrift run I've ever had. And it includes perhaps the best thrift find I've ever had. So we're just gonna go right to it. Hey, it's an American Girl Samantha doll, and I have confirmation that this is actually a doll that was made in the 90s because I checked her tag. It says Pleasant Company. It says Pleasant Company on the bottom of her neck, and that was before American Girl was sold to Mattel, which was, I think, early 2000s, like 2000, 2001. Maybe a little bit before then. But what's crazy, she was $12.99. And look, she's not missing a limb. Like, she is in great condition for $12.99. Most of the time when I have seen American Girl dolls, when I have been thrifting before, they have been behind the counter or in glass cases, and they've been about like 40 bucks. I was absolutely shocked to see this. This is the best thrift find I've ever had. And I shared it on TikTok, and it's the most viral, or closest to viral TikTok I've ever had. It now has over 400,000 views. So, yes, I do plan on reselling her at some point. I have a lot of other items that I gotta list first, but this is without a doubt the best thrift find I've had yet. So, and I loved American Girl as a girl, and I still do. So, and I have my own Samantha, but this was just a really cool find. And on that same trip, I still found some other bargains. So I really was a lucky ducky. So we got a bunch of, I say we, I got a bunch of Mary-Kate and Ashley books. So we got Mary-Kate and Ashley starring in Holiday in the Sun. Then we have book 3 of Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16. This is the 3rd book about their Sweet 16. This must be one epic Sweet 16. And then we have 3 different books of the new adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley. We got the Case of the Big Scare Mountain Mystery, the Case of the Green Ghost, and then the Case of the Rockstar Secret. I don't know, this Hannah Montana before Hannah Montana was out. But anyways, I will be probably reselling these in a big lot of Mary-Kate and Ashley stuff. But I just thought that those were a really great find, and all of these were $179 each. And then last but not least, I saw this and I was like, oh, but it is, it's actually 2 books combined, and I got them, both of them together for $2.99, which is insane to me, so another great deal. But it's a Disney Learn How to Draw book, and we have Uncle Scrooge and Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And then we also have Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So I just think these are so cool. I might do a video where I use these books and I try to learn how to draw. My drawing is atrocious. I did the, what is it called? The animation experience or whatever it is in Animal Kingdom, where I drew one of the, what are they called? One of the Scar's hyenas, there we go. One of Scar's hyenas. I did a drawing in that experience and it looked like a clown. So it could be a real treat what I end up drawing. So I think I might do a video like that. If you guys are interested, please comment down below if you'd like to see that. But I just thought that these were a great find, and I will probably resell them if after I do such a video. But these are vintage. They're from 1991. And that is everything I brought in. I brought in 17 items, so that's less than 24, and a bunch of them were items to resell. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, are you as shocked about this thrift find as I was? Probably. Let me know what your favorite item was that I either decluttered or that I hold on, sorry, what was I going to say? Shoot, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Shoot. I don't know. guess I'll ask. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. But that's gonna be it for this particular video. If you would like more content from me, God bless you, you can find me on Instagram at louisa.ruby and on TikTok at weezqueen3. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon with a brand new video. Bye!